There have been a lot of reports come out in recent weeks about a potential Pascal Siakam trade, and even more details have been revealed today, which we'll dive into in this video. But we're really going to discuss the real reason as to why so much information regarding this situation has been leaked to the public, as it seems like Masai Ujiri is trying to get some information across to whether it be the media, other NBA teams, whoever it is, and he's using Michael Grange to do it. So we'll dive into this in this video, but before we do, we have a very exciting announcement, as this video is brought to you by Rentals.ca, as Rentals.ca is Canada's largest apartment hunting network. They have the most rental listings all across Canada. You can rent apartments, houses, condo, whatever you want, all across the country, whether it be Toronto, Calgary, Montreal, Vancouver, Ottawa, Winnipeg, Halifax, even St. John's, where I'm to. You can check out their website. It's clean and easy to use. You can look in your map, go to your neighborhood, and find where you're trying to rent. Whatever you're looking for, whatever you're looking to rent, you can use Rentals.ca to use it. It's the best way. They have the most listings, the most opportunities for you to find the best place to live. And shout out to Rentals.ca for supporting the videos as of late. They're a great partner, and they love the Toronto Raptors. So if you're looking for somewhere to live, whether it be a condo, apartment, whatever the heck it is, definitely check out Rentals.ca. Their link is in the description down below, as well as the pinned comment, and you'll be able to find what you're looking for. You can also see their blue signs across your city, across your neighborhood, the big billboard saying Rentals.ca, on the neighborhood lawn. So, might point you directly to a spot you're looking for. But shout out to Rentals.ca. Appreciate you guys for supporting the videos. But let's dive into the news, because once again, we have more information coming out regarding Pascal Siakam. But I want to dive into the real reason why so much info is getting dumped on us in recent weeks regarding this situation. Because rarely do the Toronto Raptors leak. The Toronto Raptors like to play things close to their chests, and a lot of people are getting skeptical about whether or not a deal could actually go down, whether Michael Grange is just making stuff up to go viral, because in the past he has been wrong on certain information. But Michael Grange, whether he's right or wrong, his info is getting leaked for a specific reason, as he's one of the few media personalities that actually have insights, actually have information inside the Toronto Raptors locker room. Michael Grange, he actually has sources. Whether the information he gets sent is right or wrong, that's kind of irrelevant to what the Toronto Raptors front office kind of use him for, as they feed him information, whether it be Jalen Suggs is getting selected as the 4th overall pick, something like that, right? And they let that broadcast get sent out to the public. And sometimes it's right, sometimes it's wrong, but it's usually the Masai Ujiri's, Bobby Webster's trying to give strategic information to Michael Grange. And the amount of reporting we've seen on this, and today we got more, as basically Grange came out in an article and said that there's persistent speculation that Pascal Siakam, the team's leading scorer, second most prolific playmaker, and ultimate homegrown success story, he could be traded before the regular season starts, and perhaps much sooner, as the NBA transaction market simmers. With him coming out and saying, having another report on this whole situation, saying something could happen very soon, it could happen immediately or before the season sort of gets going, it made me think, like, the Toronto Raptors have to be leaking this info, have to be getting this information out there in order to get some sort of leverage, in order to let a bidding war start heating up amongst the Toronto Raptors competitors out there in the market that could be interested in Pascal Siakam, because it makes sense for the Raptors to not upset Pascal Siakam's ego in saying, hey, we are shopping Pascal Siakam, because one, that hurts your star player if he ends up coming back to the team. So you go give it to a Woj. If you give it to one of these guys, then sure, you'll get a bidding war happen. Sure, you'll get different teams. But if things don't work out, and we know Masai Ujiri is pretty stubborn out there on the trade market, he's only going to be getting fair value back from a star player. Some people criticize him too much for being a bit too stingy out there on the trade market, but I digress. If Masai Ujiri is looking to make a trade, it doesn't make sense for him to just say, we're selling Pascal Siakam to the highest bidder. Let's see what happens. But if he is trying to create a bidding war and not upset his star player and all these types of things, then giving it to Grange, who can, broadcast things publicly, get the message out there, get the teams intrigued about a potential deal going down. That's when you can kind of have those silent bidding wars, get other teams jumping into the mix. And that's what Michael Grange, that's what all these reports are sort of doing. I feel like Masai Ujiri is coming out here to say, hey, we're looking into the offers, right? We said it. We're not sure if we're going to give him an extension. It's not a sure thing he's going to get dealt. It's not a sure thing he's going to get sent out there. But given his current upcoming extension, we want to see other teams come in and try to make reasonable offers for Pascal Siakam. And as Grange said, it could happen very soon or it could happen later in the offseason. And another reporter, more reporters at a similar level have come out and said similar things, as Daniel Hackett is coming out and saying from Raptors HQ that there should probably hear whether a Pascal trade happens today or tomorrow. It's easier to make the money work if they include Collins in the deal, who's currently getting traded to the Utah Jazz. So it makes sense for them to try and wrap it up before the end of the moratorium. Can still happen later, but it feels less likely. So this isn't like a report. This is Daniel Hackett kind of from Raptors HQ. Not insider sources this, but basically went on to say, I guess it's worth noting Atlanta has not one, but also two outstanding trades, with John Collins going to Utah and the prospects coming to them from the Houston Rockets. So who knows how many deals could get rolled into one. And this is again coming from Michael Grange, saying that it was mentioned to him that there have been some efforts on the Toronto Atlanta deal that would include Houston and some of their young assets, some of their, players that they acquired from the Houston Rockets going to Atlanta that could get added. Now, Grange doesn't know how it all might work, but those discussions are potentially happening. So, if this deal ends up happening, maybe it's going to happen in the next couple days, and it's going to involve the Houston Rockets. Again, it's all kind of speculation at this point, but it seems like things are escalating. They're putting that timeline there saying, okay, we still have our leverage if a deal doesn't happen in the next couple days, but I feel like Masai Ujiri's trying to get an insane offer out of some team across the NBA, whether it's the Atlanta Hawks, because again, like a lot of Raptors fans are not that excited about AJ Griffin waiting 30 days, getting Kobe Buffkin, these types of dudes coming back to us in a Pascal Siakam trade, even a DeJounte Murray. It's not that intriguing, given the fact Pascal's won a championship with us, he's homegrown, and all NBA guy, and the players we're getting back just aren't on that level. So it doesn't make sense to the Atlanta Hawks. It's the real reason Masai's getting this out there, whether he wants to do an Atlanta Hawks deal or not, is to really get the chatter going. It's the only thing that makes sense. Use Michael Grange to, spew the trade propaganda, get the trade wins rolling. And again, it could happen very soon. I'm staying locked into my Twitter, staying locked into the noties, because again, once the moratorium is over, all these deals are official, all these signings officially happen, and then we have less options to sort of make some deals, attach money to different places. But also the James Harden and Damian Lillard situations are still progressing, still evolving, so I'd imagine they're waiting for that thing to play out there, as well as the trade market's still heating up. Pascal Siakam is not the biggest domino to fall this offseason, but we'll see what ends up happening on this front. The Raptors, they're in a weird spot. It's hard to really tell what's going out, but if you guys want to stay up to date with everything regarding this Toronto Raptors team, definitely hit that subscribe button. We're covering it all the insights, the rumors, everything that's popping up. You'll get your daily dose of Raptors content here on the Raptors Digest. But folks, you guys are the best to make it this far. I'm signing out. Cheers.